Population of Muslims of India is 218 million right now. Out of 280 million, 80% of them are below poverty line. They work hard and they earn less than $1 a day.
Whether it be education, whether it be healthcare, whether it be social welfare, whether it be religious type of work, we are the only ones in states. IMRC is the only organization that is providing complete services from birth to death.
There's no overhead. There's no other charity, to my knowledge, which gives 100% of the donation back.
Welcome to the 58th Annual ISNA Convention. Reimagine and rebuild with renewed resolve.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everybody. I hope that you are enjoying your 2021 ISNA virtual conference experience. This is night number 2 of our entertainment session. Like I said, I am very happy to be a part of this. You normally know me as Preacher Moss, comedian extraordinaire. But for this conference, the 58 conference, brothers and sisters, yes, I am Mr. ISNA. So listen, we have a great evening of entertainment. We're wrapping up, brothers and sisters, so I don't want to hold up on the entertainment because we got 2 guys that are tremendous. When I say tremendous, I mean tremendous with a capital trim, if you will. So listen, brothers and sisters, I want you to sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get whatever beverage you have. This is the time to enjoy the best entertainment that ISNA brings. Regular conference, you would have seen these guys on stage just tearing it up. But for you, brothers and sisters, in the comfort of your own home, in front of your computer, smart TV, and your smartphone, you get to enjoy the artists I'm about to bring up next. We got 2 of them. Our first artist tonight is Mo Sabri, who is a world-renowned singer out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I know Mo, he has a lot of things on here. He grew up immigrant, first generation immigrant in Tennessee, named Best Dressed as a Grammy. Listen, let me cut through this stuff. He's even had breakfast with Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know the brother has been around. Now listen, his lyrics, they say captivating, but I'm going to tell you, his lyrics demonstrate a certain type of lyrical awareness and I want to say intimacy about the world that's going on around us. All right. So without without giving away any more about this guest you're about to see, I want you to put your hands together and welcome to our entertainment night. Please, brothers and sisters, welcome Mo Sabri.
Hey, salam, y'all. It's your brother Mo Sabri, coming at you live from Music City, aka Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to the 58th ISNA Convention. Today I'm going to be playing some songs for y'all. This first one, it's called You Found Me. I was lost, you found me. I found love, I found peace, I found truth and mercy. I found you finally. I found you, Yarabi. I found you, you found me. Walking through this world, I was totally lonely. I had a hole in my soul, no one to console me. If only I had a homie or someone who could hold me. But then I found the Holy of Holies, the one and only. Nobody ever told me life wasn't fair, 'cause I've had more than my share of despair and disrepair. But I swear God was there, all around, the signs are clear, and He won't burden it me and beyond what heart he can bear. That's a little literal alliteration for all the people that still be hating. Every single day, man, I pray for patience, trying to stay away from the ways of Satan. Not playing, I still be praying on my knees. I'm saying all these beats cause my name is Mo Sabri, and I've come to realize that life's a test, and we can make it through if we just believe. Verily, in the remembrance of God, hearts find rest, and with every difficulty comes ease. I was lost, you found me. I found love, I found peace, I found truth and mercy. I found you, Ya Rabbi. Found you finally. Found you, you found me. Thank you. That song is based off a surah called Ad-Duha, and there's an ayah or a verse that says, and God found you lost and guided you, or something along those lines. And that's kind of what inspired that song. And I feel like it goes along with the theme of ISNA this year, which is to reimagine, to rebuild with renewed resolve. I like the alliteration there. But that song kind of is about how when you reconnect with God or your faith or the deen, and I think that's important and something that's needed for everybody after a year like 2020. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I don't know if you've been to one of my concerts in real life before. A lot of you have. And if you have, you know that I like to get you guys involved. It's a little different when we're behind computer screens and not in the same room, but we can still have fun. And I think what I want y'all to do is to act like we're at a real concert, and that means I want you to pull out your phone and feel free to take a picture or a story and post it on Instagram or Twitter and tag me. My Instagram is just Mo Sabri, and my Twitter is the Mo Sabri. And we'll interact. It'll be like it's a real concert, because it is. So at my concerts, the uncles and aunties are always like, why don't you ever do something for me? Why don't you ever sing a song that we can sing along to? So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to do a qawwali. And you guys know my last name is Sabri, so I had to do it one time. I did it last year and everyone really liked it. But I'm gonna do one called Taj Dare Haram, which is about the Prince of Medina, or the Rasul. And it's gonna be in Urdu, so if you know the words, sing along. If you don't, just enjoy. Taj Dare Haram, Taj Dare Haram, ho nigahe karam. Taj Dare Haram, ho nigahe karam. Hum गरीबों के दिन भी सवर जाएंगे. ताज तारे हरम, ताज तारे हरम, हो निगाहे करम. ताज तारे हरम, हो निगाहे करम. हम गरीबों के दिन भी सवर जाएंगे. हम ये बेकसाम क्या कहेगा जहां. हम ये बेकसाम क्या कहेगा जहां. आपके दर से खाली अगर जाएंगे ताज तारे हरम, ताज तारे हरम. कोई अपना नहीं गम कि मारे हम, कोई अपना नहीं गम कि मारे हम. आपके दर पे फरियाद लाए हम, ओ निगाहे करम वरना चौखट पे हम, हो निगाहे करम वरना चौखट पे हम. आपका नाम ले लेके मर जाएंगे. ताज तारे हरम, ताज तारे हरम. Thank you. So, that was a fun one. It's always fun to sing in Urdu. But now I'm going back to English, and I'm about to play one of the songs that I think you all will know. It's called Heaven is Where Her Heart Is. And if you know the words, I'd like for y'all to sing along. La-da-dum, la-da-da-da. Heaven's where her heart is. La-da-dum, la-da-da-da. Heaven's where her. You could be my Aisha, always being righteous. Need you in my life, yeah. You could be my wife, yeah. They say love's a battle, you know that I'll be a fighter. Destination heaven, you're my weapon in the cipher. I'm just a writer, I speak truly. My heart is on fire, admiring your beauty. Let me do my duty. I'll be your husband, I'll be the one you could always put your trust in. When it comes to loving, I'll give you everything. They say I'm a king, so I'll treat you like a queen. Every day when you wake up, be the man of your dreams. You could be my other half, we'll stay up on our theme. Don't you understand? You are the only one who can. So won't you come and take my hand? Take me to the promised land. She tells the truth, she's honest, humble and she's modest. Her speech is the softest, 'cause heaven's where her heart is. Heaven's where her heart is. She's so innocent, focused on the Lord's. No need for the riddling. Hate to say she's different, but she does not belittle them. Her patience is a riddle, leaves them in bewilderment. She got soul, she got spirit, and she's got fear, and hear it in my lyrics. I got the feeling, hands up to the ceiling. Never does wrong, but still wants to be forgiven. She got class, life is a test. She just wanna pass. She don't want the money, the cars, or the cash. She just wants a man who will keep her on the straight path. Don't you understand? You are the only one who can. So won't you come and take my hand, take me to the promised land. She tells the truth, she's honest, humble and she's modest. Her speech is the softest, 'cause heaven's where her heart is. Heaven's where her heart is. Thank you. That one is called Heaven is Where Her Heart Is. So, growing up in East Tennessee, in the buckle of the Bible Belt, meant that I got to grow up in a place where I was different than everyone, but that allowed me to see how we're all more similar than different, and especially between Islam and Christianity, I saw how similar we were. So I wrote this song called Jesus to pretty much show the similarities. And this was one of my first songs that ended up going viral on the internet and getting over 1 million views. So I'm about to perform it for you guys. If you know the words, sing along. This ain't a song about bottles in the club. This is about a role model filled with love. A teacher, a preacher with guidance from above, sent to represent a message of peace like a dove. In the West they call him Jesus, in the East they call him Isa, Messiah, Christ, the same person that you speak of. Ask me why I wrote the song and I will tell you, because there's too many people silent. It's time for us to speak up. Son of a virgin, they say it is illogical, probably improbable, but God made it possible. Gabriel told Mary that her son would be phenomenal. His voice was always audible, the opposite of prodigal. Overcame the obstacles, people attacking him. He was a walking hospital, with healing he was passionate. Cured the sick, raised the dead. Shout out to Lazarus, I'm talking about Jesus of Nazareth. If we don't have peace, we'll end up in pieces. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. If you do believe it, sing it, then repeat it. I am not afraid to say that I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. Yeah, I am a follower of Jesus. What that means is that I follow what he teaches. I'm not the type of person that just wants to give speeches. I'm trying to be the person that will practice what he preaches. Yeah, 'cause I've observed people just say the words, but faith ain't a noun, it's more like a verb. That's why I wrote this verse, to remind us to serve. 'Cause if you haven't heard, faith is dead without works. How can we say we believe that God exists when we always act the opposite? It's ominous how we only care about our own accomplishments, and we're quick to break our promises. We gotta put a stop to this. We all sin, I know that we are human, but we cannot keep on using all the same excuses. Now it is the time we need to prevent the abuses. Listen up, I got the solution. If we don't have peace, we'll end up in pieces. Treat people the way that you wanna be treated. If you do believe it, sing it, then repeat it. I am not afraid to say that I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. Why does our religion always have to cause division? In reality, we're all more similar than different. Jesus wanted unity, but nowadays it's missing. We gotta use our vision if we wanna do his mission. Can't you see? We're all children of Adam, brothers and sisters. If you don't agree, you haven't read the scriptures. Picture when Jesus comes back to Jerusalem. Will he be happy with the way you've become? We're living wrong, but today's a new dawn. So sing along to the song like David singing the Psalms. Now raise up your arms to give alms with your palms, cause Jesus brought a message, let's follow it till we're gone. Shout out to my dad and mom for blessing me in my youth. God's essence is the proof that his message is the truth. The song was just a lesson to remind me and you to ask a selfish question: what would Jesus do? If we don't have peace, we'll end up in pieces. Treat people the way that you wanna be treated. If you do believe it, sing it, then repeat it. I am not afraid to say that I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. Thank you. So, that song is really cool. I wrote that honestly to, I feel like, have an impact and make it like this interfaith song. And honestly, it got really big. And I wrote this when I was still in college, and I put it up on YouTube, and it got a lot of press. It made a really big impact. It went viral. It got like over 1 million views on YouTube, and the craziest thing that happened was I ended up getting invited to a breakfast with President Obama, who was president of the United States at the time, and I was still in college, and it was a really cool and unexpected experience. But the only reason that this happened was because I tried, and because I made it an effort to do something that I wanted to do, that I was passionate about. And before then, I had other songs, and I'd been able to build my passion, which was music, into a business. And after I do events like this at ISNA and all over the country, people always ask me like, hey, how can I do the same thing? How can I follow in your footsteps? And maybe whether it's music or some other business idea, how can I do what you do? And I eventually actually made a course that shows you exactly how I've been able to turn this passion of mine into a business. And if you're interested, I have an online course at sabriacademy.com where you can check it out and start your journey. And maybe we'll see you up here next time. But that was a cool song that really, I think, made an impact. And I think that's kind of the purpose of entertainment, and why I do what I do is to make an impact and use my talent for good. So I hope that can be an example for everybody. I think I have time for one last song. So I'm actually gonna do a song that's one of my mom's favorites. And it's perfect because as Muslims, as Americans, a lot of times people are trying to figure out who we are, what's home. And for me, out here in Nashville, in the South, this is my home. So may this song be a reflection of that. And if you know the words, sing along. was heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old here, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. So, ISNA, thank you for having me. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I would say drive safe, but I think you guys are all home, so come to think of it, I'm home too. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Salam, keep in touch, and I'll see you next time.
And we're back. We want to give a big shout out and appreciation for my man, Mosabri, brothers and sisters, taking you back. Country Road, love that song, just so you guys know. Black people actually like that song, and to me, Muslims, you know you like it too. I heard through the grapevine, I was feeling you, brothers and sisters. Country Road, shout out to Mosabri. Make sure you text him, you hit him up on his social media, brothers and sisters. A star is in the building. Make sure you recognize it. Recognize we had a star in the building. So we're going to keep this thing going, brothers and sisters. Our next act on the entertainment session here for the 2021 virtual ISNA conference, brothers and sisters, we got a brother. I like this brother because he was born in the same town I was, in Washington, D.C., grew up in Maryland, Rockville, I believe. He's used his sound to inspire a faith in the music scene, brothers and sisters. He started out as a poet on, I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was called the Poetic Vision Tour. And he took those poems and started putting in the sounds. And he produced his first album called The Path. And it was with Awakenings Music. This thing landed huge around the world, particularly in Indonesia, where he is basically a rock star, brothers and sisters. My man has been going over. He does Ramadan special over there. It's called, Joy of a Backpacker. And basically he goes around to all of these significant sites in Indonesia during Ramadan, pointing out things. You know, brothers and sisters, there's a whole lot of things we can talk about. You know, his album Mercy, big jam. You got to make sure that you check that out. You know, his Ramadan song is a classic. So I am going to sit back and enjoy, brothers and sisters, and I want you to enjoy our next artist. My main man, your main man. Put your hands together for Raif.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Raif, and I am delighted to share some music with you virtually. Of course, I'd rather be in person. To be honest with you, I miss in-person performances. It's been a very long time since we've had one, but inshallah, when this passes through and we get to be together one again, we can share some music in person. But until then, this is my very first song called One More Night. Bismillah. The road to heaven, it ain't easy. You think I know that bit by now, but I just keep myself believing that I'll find my way somehow. They told me I'm too young to see it. You got your head up in the clouds, just give me one more night. The race is on and forever young. Sure hope my kids will understand. These shades of gray ain't going away. Nothing ever goes the way we planned. You tell me I'm too old for dreaming. You say my time has passed me by. But I can't keep myself from feeling that hope will never die. Just give me one chance, one night. I promise I will win this fight. I got nothing left in me to lose. Wanna give my life, my soul to you. With everything that's going wrong, and love is gonna make me strong. I turn to you 'cause nothing's feeling right. Oh Allah, just give me one more night. Just give me one chance, one night. I promise I will win this fight. I got nothing left in me to lose. I got no more time to lose. Give me one chance, one night. Promise I will win this fight. I got nothing left in me to lose. Wanna give my life, my soul to you. With everything that's going wrong, love is gonna make me strong. I turn to you 'cause I'm running out of time. Oh Allah, just give me one more night. So I wrote that song, One More Night. You know, after a year and a half of this pandemic, with so much loss of life and everything changing, we never know when our last night is going to be. And we have to make use of every moment that we have with the ones that we love and the ones that we care for. And for all the people who've lost loved ones during this pandemic, inshallah, there will come a time where we can meet them again in the hereafter. This next song is a letter I wrote to America called Dear America. And it's how I dream America should be, and inshallah one day will be. Dear America, my hands on my heart, and I knew from the start there's pain. Dear America, can we still be the land of the free and brave? Whatever happened to the American dream? When will we wake up and realize we're not all free? Why have we grown apart? If we can mend our broken hearts, why are we so unjust? If we say in God we trust, how many heroes will fall until there's no one left at all? Why can't we learn our past so we can be at peace at last? Dear America, my love is true, and I'm pushing you through to change. Dear America, will we just ignore the war on the poor and shame? Whatever happened to when our kids could be free, safe in their own space and not afraid to learn and be? Why have we grown apart? If we can mend our broken hearts, why are we so unjust? If we say God we trust, how many heroes will fall Dear America, my hands on my heart, and I knew from the start this pain. Dear America, can we still be the land of the free and brave? Why have we grown apart if we can mend our broken hearts? Why are we so unjust if we say God we trust? How many heroes will fall until there's no one left at all? Why can't we learn our past so we can be a peace at last, dear America? This next song is a fun song. It's a love song that I wrote when we found out that we were having a baby girl. So this is More Than Me and You. I'm scared to death, but I'm happy. I don't know what to do. It came to me and said, babe, guess what? I think our dream's finally coming true. A tiny gift from heaven. I can't believe it's real. A test for us to relish this new love that we feel. And now our hearts are sealed together. And now our lives will change forever. I thank God for that tiny beating heart, love so true. I guess it's gonna be more than me and you. Take good care of your taste buds and learn to count in weeks. While you keep her warm from this worldly storm, I'll sing you both to a cozy sleep. A soul will share between us with this light that's from up above. There's an angel growing, it's got you glowing with noon from all his love. And now our hearts are sealed together. And now our lives will change forever. I thank God for that tiny beating heart, love so true. I guess it's gonna be more than me and you. Moment that I met you, impatiently waiting for our dream to come true. It's already written, so I pray for you and me. And whatever happens, it's Allah's mercy. And now our hearts are sealed together. And now our lives will change forever. I thank God for that tiny beating heart, love so true. I guess it's gonna be more than me and you. Now our hearts are sealed together. And now our lives will change forever. I thank God for that tiny beating heart, love so true. I guess it's gonna be more than me and you. More than me and you. For my last song, I wanted to sing a song about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this song originated in Southeast Asia, in Nusantara, and it's called Salawat Badriya. But my version is called Southern Salawat. A world so lost, a world in pain, a world in need as mercy came. A calm in peace, a love like rain. Our hearts will sing and praise His name. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Taha Rasulillah. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Yasin Habibillah. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Yasin Habibillah. A living guide, His light will bring the best in us to everything. Oh Allah, send your peace and blessings, in love and praise His name will sing. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Taha Rasulillah. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Yasin Habibillah. Salatullah, salamullah, ala Yasin Habibillah. إلهي سلم الأمة من اللافات والنقمات ومن هم ومن غمة تجب دعانا يا الله. إلهي نجنا واكشف جميع بيئة واصرف مكائد العدا والكفر. استجب دعانا يا الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على طه رسول الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على طه رسول الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله. على ياسين حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام، الصلاة والسلام، الصلاة والسلام. ما شاء الله. صلاة الله سلام الله على طه رسول الله. Hope you guys had a wonderful convention so far, and inshallah, next time I hope to see you in person. Assalamu alaikum.
All right, everybody, want to give a shout out to Rife. That last song, the song was cool. The video was crazy. Man. It was like, yo, it's good because we had two black kids in the forest and they saw a white man with a guitar. They lose it. They would not wind up at a campfire. I'm messing with you. Give Ray another hand, brothers and sisters. That was one of those, of course, pre-COVID videos. A lot of I appreciate that. You know, COVID has everybody mixed up in the game. I'm gonna tell you something about COVID, brothers and sisters. COVID makes it hard to fake when you think somebody is nasty. That's what I learned about COVID. I could be doing a show and somebody laugh like, I'm like, oh no, I've never been that funny before. You're gonna have to leave. You know what I'm saying? And it is definitely, I want to say, definitely have rearranged, if you will, the whole Muslim culture around getting married. We had some people that were getting married over the virtual and getting divorced over the virtual. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. It made it a lot easier for brothers to get married because you didn't have to have good jobs. You didn't need careers. You just need a vaccination. All right, that's not funny, but it's true. It's like, is he working? No. Wait, he's out of prison? Yeah. Is he vaccinated? Yeah. Well, bring him on then. Bring him on. Messing up family functions. You know, you ever see the mams now? The mams just hug the kids. COVID got everybody messed up in the game. You know, unvaccinated 5-year-old kid don't get the hug like they used to. Yeah, little kid, hey ma'am, he be like, get away from me, killer. You this could be bad. All right, so brothers and sisters, I had to throw that out there. Now listen, I want to do a couple things with this telecast because this is the last part of the entertainment. So two things. Number one, yes, I am Mr. ISNA. I'm gonna tell jokes. That's what I do. But I want to get the other elephant out of the room. I didn't say it earlier. It doesn't matter if I'm funny. It doesn't matter if I sing. You know, the one thing that you're gonna take away from this, outside of my humor, is that I'm a good-looking black man. There you go. I had to put that out there. And I would tell Muslims, you know what? You gotta speak, you gotta talk yourself up a little bit more. You know, I wish, brothers and sisters, when we dealt with all these Islamophobes, instead of trying to throw the religion out there, we say, hey, I don't care what you say. I'm a good looking Muslim. I bet you the game would have changed, brothers and sisters. The game would have changed. So here's a couple things I want to bring up. I don't want anybody to text me. Don't text me. Don't go to my social media because you know I'm too old. I'm 54 years old, and if you are 54 or older, you should close all of your social media accounts. You should not have. You shouldn't have Twitter. You should just let people just email you at your AOL account and Juno account that you've been still using. And somebody texted me and said, "Hey, preach, why aren't you in the sheet?" I'm like, "Cause I'm black." No, I'm just kidding. We do have in the sheets. Actually, the only reason I wouldn't be in the sheet, brother, sister, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the sheets don't have any dance moves. I love Rafe. I love my man Mosa Bree, but it's the same move. It's like that's it. No moves. You know, and even the machines that I like, they do the same moves. It's just with the hands. Feet don't move, the hands. Here to go. First Nasheed move, they show you the sky. Second Nasheed move, they show you the ground. And the next one, they show you you. That's it. Show you the sky, show you the ground, show you you. That's why, brothers and sisters. In fact, the first time I ever heard Nasheed, I called it halal gospel music. That's what it is. It's like halal gospel. So let me notify a few people. There's some people I want to shout out. I want them to get better. Some people have been sick. You know who you are. In fact, I think we ought to have that a little bit later in the show. I got to jump on some people. I hope you guys don't mind. I referred to it in yesterday's show. It seems like now with Afghanistan, everything is going wrong in the Muslim world. And you know when they go wrong in the Muslim world, You know what's going wrong because they don't let Muslims fix their own problems. That's the United States. They won't let the United States. They won't let Muslims fix their own problems, and then they leave it to the worst Muslims in charge. I was laughing with somebody, and there was a flight I was going to take to Europe, brothers and sisters. I was going to go to London. The flight only cost $1. The problem is you had to lay over in Afghanistan for 20 years. All right, that's a Taliban joke. And let me say something about the Taliban, brothers and sisters. I don't know who's advising them, but I'm gonna say a few things. And it might not even be funny. I'm just gonna say a few things. Number one, brothers, you had 20 years to get ready for this day. 20 years. Here's the problem. Your clothes in 2021 look like your clothes from 1921. And here's the deal: if you're trying to convince people that you're gonna be positive and peaceful, when you take a picture, stop wearing rocket launchers. Nothing says I'm not sincere about peace than a rocket launcher on your back. All right, you're ruining picture day. So that's my space. And the other thing, now this might give me a little hot water. Okay, I know we all do business, brothers and sisters. Taliban, I'm not in your business. You might not like this, but I'm gonna tell you something. You can't do business with China. Why? Because China has Uyghur Muslims. If they don't like the Uyghur Muslims, they probably ain't gonna like you. So stop doing business. That's my public service announcement, brothers and sisters. So I'm here thinking a few things. But there's a few things. Number one, my experience in doing ISNA has always been great. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're always going to get all the personalities that come. That's what makes the conference the conference. So it's always the guy in the bazaar who never sells enough, right? There's always the guy who wants to speak that's not on the program. There's always something with the food. And this is what keeps it exceptional. This is what keeps it exciting. We're going to have, inshallah, in-person conference, an in-person convention in Chicago 2022. That's what I'm hoping for. And we can get back to overpriced food and overpriced rooms. That's what we live for, Muslims. But my biggest thing, brothers and sisters, and I have to say this, is making sure that as we come out of COVID, we're making sure that our children are smart and engaged. Smart and engaged. Not smarter than us, but smart and engaged. I always tell a joke, when I was a school teacher, I knew children let you know when children let you know when, for lack of a better word, you need to work on yourself. Children let you know when you need to work on yourself. I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I was a public school teacher, I walked in the classroom. I was teaching severely most disturbed kids. Didn't know anything about them. Just read read the files twice. Thought I knew what the kids understood. And I went to the classroom. I said, "All right, kids, today we're going to talk about space in the solar system. Space in the solar system. But before we get started, I want to know who's the first black man in space." Little Booger raised his hand and said, "Darth Vader." That's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. We have to be prepared to be flexible. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been a Muslim a long time. You may have heard some of the stories, but they're happy stories. The one thing that you're not going to get is the fundraising experience from ISNA. They had some appeals, but the big fundraiser is always fun. Even the small ones, when you think about it. That's what I miss from COVID. The small impersonal fundraisers at the masjid. You ever been to a fundraiser when somebody raises their hand to give some money and you're surprised that they had money? Like, he owes me $25. How he gonna donate 1,000? And you have all these virtual conferences, and we have our mams, we love them. You knew it was going to be a problem on a virtual conference because we seen them try to work the microphones on the minbar, giving cook bars the wrong way. Alaikum, everybody. Welcome to. I'm like, it's this one. It's this camera. It's this camera. But I have to say this too. I'm grateful. I'm grateful because it's hard to do. It's really hard to do humor talking to a screen. This is sort of like when you do something wrong and you get arrested and they make you talk to the judge. That's what this is. This is like deposition comedy. But it's live, but it's not live. We need people to engage and interact with us. But I don't worry about it too much. Like I said yesterday, Muslims need to be strong. We need to stop letting people co-opt our freedom, co-opt our style. Like I said earlier, when things go wrong, economy goes bad, they look to blame it on Muslims. I said yesterday, you have people who are not vaccinated dressing up as Muslims, coming to Muslim masjids to get vaccination shots, mispronouncing basic Muslim names. It's like, may I help you? Yes, name. My name is Fatima. You mean Fatima? No, Fatima. Could you spell it, please? Fatemma. And some of y'all are laughing. But it won't be funny when your son comes home and say, Dad, Mom, I found the woman of my dreams. Really? Is she Muslim? No, it doesn't matter. She's vaccinated. What's her name? Fatima. Fatima. But I'll tell you this, brothers and sisters. I'm ready to get out of this whole COVID thing. You know why? Because life has stopped. Like life has stopped. I haven't seen a Jehovah Witness come to my house in 18 months. It's serious then. And in the South, you knew COVID was real when it first came because they closed Waffle House. That's more significant than Hurricane Ida, brothers and sisters. A Waffle House closed for more than 24 hours. And we got to get ourselves together. We have to get ourselves together because the one thing about COVID, it plays on your mind. I'll tell this story, true story. You know, some of us don't want to say it, but when COVID broke, we worried about loved ones who could get COVID because we thought they had pre-existing conditions. Isn't that terrible? We thought ourselves doctors like, oh, so and so could get it. Here's a true story, brothers and sisters. I'm in, I'm at my mom's house, of course, and one of my neighbors, his name is Mr. Austin. And Mr. Austin is a good guy. I grew up with him. He was a respectful neighbor, a good community person. Brothers and sisters, I was talking to Mr. Austin, and he started telling me about all his health problems, and he was worried about COVID and da da da. And he said he had to go to the hospital, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make the dua for you, Mr. Austin. Take care of yourself." And I went on the road, and I came back, and I went past Mr. Austin's house, and I saw all of these cars outside of his house, brothers and sisters. I saw all these cars outside of his house, and I went and made the conclusion that maybe Mr. Austin had returned to Allah. I saw all these women coming out of the house and they were very somber. And I was like, oh man. And then I did the dummy move. I didn't go check on Mr. Austin, because I was afraid it'd be awkward if I found out that he had, demise. And so I waited like a week and a half, wondering, is Mr. Austin still here? Is he not here? Did COVID get him? What's up with Mr. Austin? I haven't seen him in the yard doing yard work. What's up with Mr. Austin? One day I made the dua. I said, when place a show, I'm going to figure out what happened with Mr. Austin. If Mr. Austin has passed away, then I'm going to be there for his wife. And I probably missed the funeral, but I'm going to find out. You know how hard it is to go do that, brothers and sisters? I'm here to tell you. I knocked on the door. His wife answered the door. And I'm sitting here. She's like, hi, preach. And I'm like, hey, Miss Austin. She said, it's good to see you. I'm like, it's good to see you too. She's like, what's going on? And I started some weak talk, some trivial talk, small talk. And I finally said, Mr. Austin, I am not going to lie to you. The reason I'm here, she goes, what is it? I said, the reason I'm here, Miss Austin, I have to ask you. I said, is Mr. Austin dead? She goes, oh no, he's in the back. Hold a minute. Walt, preacher's out here to see. He came out. He was like, "Hey, preacher, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Austin." He said, "What's on your mind?" I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I thought you were dead. I thought you had returned to. I thought you were dead, bro. I thought I missed your holding ass in there." He's like, "No, I'm not dead." I was like, "No, you're not. You look good. You look good." See how problems can happen, brothers and sisters. But my favorite part, brothers, is if you can, let's make sure that we support our children. Because our children see a lot of things on TV that aren't really beneficial. They don't necessarily reflect our style. And I'm saying this because I worry. I worry like everyone else, mothers, father. We always worry what children are seeing. And I'm gonna bring this one up because it has something to do with what we're seeing right now. Bad examples. We're seeing bad examples on TV, and we're following bad examples. Case in point, I travel a lot. You know what I see on TV now, brothers and sisters? I see a lot of court shows, court TV shows. Now, here's my philosophy. If you can't work out your problems in regular court, why are you on TV? That's my whole thing. Why are you on TV? And they have every type of court show. They got divorce court, they have animal court, people's court. They used to have child support court. They even have, they have all these courts. They got a court with 3 judges. I mean, who goes to that courtroom? And my whole thing is, Muslims were impressionable with negative stuff. Stop being impressionable, because if they gave Muslims a court TV show, I would absolutely object. And you know why? Because they gave Muslims a court TV show. You know what it'd be called? It'd be called Sharia court. And now I am 100% against the idea of Sharia court unless they would let me be the judge. And I would be the judge in Sharia court. And I'm here to tell you, no one will want to come in my courtroom. You know why? Because if you come in my courtroom, I don't care what you did, you're getting 25 years in prison. 25 years in prison. The show will start like this. All rise for the Honorable Judge Preacher Moss, Sharia Court. First case. I'm like, first case, what's up? Your Honor, I got caught drinking. I'm like, 25 years. Your Honor, next case. Your Honor, I got caught drinking. 25 years. Next case. Your Honor, you don't remember me? Who are you? I'm the one that introduced you to your wife. Death. Then the last one. Your Honor, I'm like, who are you? Who are you? I'm Fat Emma. Case dismissed. All right, brothers and sisters. Listen, that is the show. That is what we have right now. So I have a couple things I want to say to you. First of all, make sure that you support this endeavor. Even though that we are not doing, of course, we're not doing in person, we're going to need donations, brothers and sisters. We're going to need donations to keep this thing afloat, to make sure you understand the importance of, I say, supporting your legacy, but making sure that the engine of ISNA is able to go out and continue these very, very important programs. We can't do without them, okay? Especially during this time, we need to have this type of infrastructure to help us moving forward. That's number one. Number two, it's important to leave a legacy for our children. There are very few other conferences that happen in the United States. I'm talking about United States that are as important and prolific as ISNA, that have the history going all the way back to when it was originally started to where we are now. And I also want to take a little bit of time. I want to give a shout out to the people on the ISNA board doing an amazing job. Shout out to my man Bashar Salim. Shout out to Sister Tabassum. Shout out to Brother Haroon, Brother Muhammad. These people are the ones that make this thing work. And I also want to shout out the people that helped me out, get my show together and things like that. Big shout out to my consultant producer. Shout out to Sister Satana Whitfield. Now, with the time that we have left, I know I talked about fundraising, but let's be honest, okay? We've all been in some type of bad fundraiser. Like, we should have a support group for bad fundraisers. Thus, you're not going to hear me fundraise. And I have to be careful because I go sometimes I'll be in the mass shit, and I will say this about our community: we have some of the most prolific fundraisers in the game. I've been to other churches, other religions, and they do fundraisers, and they just put it in the envelope and sign it, and that's it. Not our people. We have people that aren't even imams; they're actual professional fundraisers, and they get it done. Do you know how hard it is to walk up in front of people and ask them for money? To ask them to give you money and you're not actually robbing the bank. I'm saying, brothers and sisters, you have to understand the skill and the love. I was at one masjid. I can't remember who the man, it wasn't even a fundraiser. The imam was actually making an appeal to get something fixed, like the parking lot. You ever notice at the masjid, something always got to get fixed? I digress. There was a brother, he stood up there and he was just so passionate about us giving. He said, "Brother, we need to give. We need to give." And I was a young Muslim, man. He got me so excited, brothers. I gave, but I gave accidentally on purpose the wrong amount of money. Let me explain. I had two pockets. Most of y'all have two pockets. In one pocket, I had two $20 bills. In the other pocket, I had two $100 bills. Right pocket, two $20 bills. Left pocket, two $100 bills. I get dyslexic in the process. I reach into the left pocket. I drop two $100 bills, thinking that it was two $20 bills. And, when they put it in the bucket, it walks away. And I reached and I was like, oh my gosh, I have reached into the wrong pocket. And then I went into pre Islamic mode, PI, pre Islam. I'm following that little bucket all the way around. And I'm serious. I need that money, man. I'm a broke comedian. I need that dough. That's how I'm going to pay for my room and my gas. And I remember going up to the man and I was like, listening, man, I don't know you. You don't know me. My name is Preacher Miles, but I'm here to tell you. You got me so excited, brother, with giving. Do you know what I did? I planned to give you two $20 bills, $40, reached in the wrong pocket, gave you two $100 bills, $200. He said, really? I said, yeah. He goes, mashallah. I said, no, 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 no. That's not what I'm talking about. Uh, I'm new to Islam. I need the Arabic word for I need $160 and change, or it's going to be a problem. And of course, the last part, brothers and sisters, is when we go to fundraisers, you have to understand that people do fundraising differently. Like one of my favorite fundraisers was actually with the Nation of Islam because they make you get comfortable and then they let you know exactly what's going on. Years ago, I went there because that was the only masjid in town. And the brother was so loving. People have different styles of fundraising. He got everybody excited. He said, all right, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. He said, look here, brothers and sisters, did you enjoy the sermon today? Everybody was like, yeah. He said, no, brothers and sisters, did you enjoy it? They were like, yeah. He said, well, I'm going to ask y'all, did y'all like the way the heat was going? He goes, yeah. We said, y'all warm? Yes, brother, we are warm. Yes, sir, we are warm. I said, did you like the electricity? He said, yes, sir. I said, did you like the rugs? He said, yes, sir. He said, did you love it? They said, yeah, we love it, brother minister. He said, good. We got to pay for that before y'all get out of there. Lock the door. It's called a holdback. Then the other match did, and we all been to fundraisers that resemble softly, I like to say hostage situations. But let me not go over. I want to be respectful of the time because I have to bring on here, brothers and sisters, the ISNA president. I think he's ready. He's getting ready, brothers and sisters. He wants to make sure that he's looking at 100% spiffy for you. What's up, top dog? How you feeling, man?
Beautiful. I'm feeling wonderful. I've been listening to you and just cracking up.
Did you like that? Next fundraiser, we're gonna do it Nation Islam style. Did you like the
I'm
lights,
learning.
Did you like the entertainment, brothers and sisters? Good. We got to pay for it right now. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt.
Exactly.
Man, listen, this has been a beautiful experience. Thank you guys for having me back. I dubbed myself Mr. ISNA, right? I dubbed myself Mr. ISNA.
You're good.
So this is what I want you to say, brother. I'm gonna say it for us. You ready? It doesn't matter, people, whether you liked us or not, whether you gave or not, whether you saw the speeches or not. In the end, brothers and sisters, my man and I, we are two good-looking Muslims. There you go.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here, here.
All right, man.
Sounds good.
Love y'all. Thank you so much, man, and peace and blessings
Love
and
you
continued
too.
success to ISNA, man. Appreciate you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi
Thank you.
wabarakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم everyone. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Thank you, Preacher Moss, for headlining this beautiful evening. It is the conclusion of our 2-day convention, virtual convention. It's the second one under COVID. Thank you also to Raif and thank you to Mo Sabri. Yesterday we had Kashmir Mariam and we had Mecca to Medina. Beautiful lineup of entertainers that give wholesome entertainment, beautiful entertainment, and what a beautiful ending to a beautiful convention. We had 2 years of camaraderie, of networking, of fellowship, of listening to our beautiful scholars, Imam Zaid Shakir, Dr. Ingrid Matson, Sister Tamara Gray, just a whole array, Sister Aisha Prime, and of course Dr. Yasser Qadhi, and many, many others. And I'll be remiss, to try to mention all of them. But they are our beloved scholars, activists, people that are in the trenches day in, day out. We also heard from our elected officials. We had from the administration, the Secretary of Education. We had the advisor to the president. We heard from our Muslim elected officials, Andre Carson, from Keith Ailson, from Rashida Tlaib. We also, in addition to that, had a whole lineup of activist leaders in the local communities, people who are running very relevant, very beautiful nonprofits that are serving our communities day in, day out. So we thank all of them for all of that. And we, as you know, our theme this year was reimagine, rebuild with renewed resolve. And that is exactly what we hope you took away from 2 days of beautiful sessions and beautiful inspiration, and that you yourself are going to go back to your communities, to your families, to your organizations, and carry out that spirit, the spirit of reimagining, the spirit of rebuilding, the spirit of renewal with resolve. So we want also to thank our board members. They were here at the headquarters in Indianapolis, in Plainfield, Indianapolis, and we had beautiful time thinking, talking, drawing plans, making sure that this year, inshallah, the coming year is going to be a very successful year for us. We are very excited. It was a great spirit during the board meetings. The exchanges were very spirited, but in brotherly and sisterly atmosphere, and you will be excited, inshallah, about the plans that you will see unfolding before you this coming year. But also, I would like to thank our headquarters staff, our executive director, Bashar Salim, Sister Tabassum, and the rest of the staff that worked very hard throughout this weekend, pulling in hours literally from after Fajr all the way until midnight. Friday night, Saturday night, and tonight, Sunday night. We thank them. They are really, truly unsung heroes. They work very hard to make sure that ISNA is carrying out its vision. Alhamdulillah, we had over 3,000 families that have signed up for the convention with an average of about 5 members to a family. You are talking about good 15,000 people that have watched us off and on throughout, starting with our very opening session that had a robust attendance. And we're thankful for everyone who watched us from everywhere. We're thankful for, again, our speakers, our elected officials, our staff, our board, and we, inshallah ta'ala, will see you next year. We think and hope that next year we are going to have our convention in Chicago at the Rosemont بإذن it will be in-person convention unless things change. And before I let you go, just wanted to remind you that ISNA is your organization. And ISNA is an organization that operates on the generous donations of its members and its supporters and its well-wishers. And so we ask you that you don't go to sleep tonight without remembering ISNA with whatever it is that you are able to contribute, so we can continue to carry our mission, continue to serve our community, continue to make sure that our Muslim community is taking its rightful place in the mosaic of America. Jazakumullah khair. Have a wonderful night. وكل عام وأنتم بخير. السلام عليكم.
Welcome to the 58th Annual ISNA Convention. Reimagine and rebuild with renewed resolve.